Jesus, who doesn't have a colt, says, "Go get me one, folks. I'm riding in today." I love that. It's him screaming out to everybody, "I'm telling you right now, I am the Messiah." I love that. Verse 8 says, "And many spread their cloaks on the road, and others spread leafy branches that they had cut from the fields. And those who went before and those followed were shouting, 'Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Blessed is the coming kingdom of our father David. Hosanna in the highest.'" So, there's so much interest here in what's going on. Let me set the stage for you. This is happening 5 days before Passover. 5 days before Passover. We don't have time to go into all of it today and all of the scriptures. But if you go back in Exodus, they were told at the time of the first Passover, when they were free from Egypt, that 5 days before, you need to get yourself a lamb. And it's got to be this age, and it's got to be this perfect, and all of these things about this lamb. And there's one lamb per household. And you take this lamb into your house. You keep it in your house for 5 days. I don't know if any of you have ever had a lamb in your house for 5 days. It sounds really messy to me. And after 5 days, then they're going to kill this lamb and use the blood to spread it on the doors and all that. Right? That was in the original Passover. Here, they have to on the Passover they have to sacrifice this lamb to cover their sins. But it starts with 5 days before bringing it. A couple of reasons why I think they do that is because it became very personal. Can you imagine having a cute little 1-year-old lamb in your house for 5 days? And then telling your kids, "All right, kids, gather around," and we split its neck open, right? It was a personal thing. So, here we are in the temple period, 5 days before. Jews are coming from all over the nation, some from other parts of the world, and they're bringing their lambs to present at the temple. The reason they had to do this was by that time the law said only the priest can tell you if your lamb's good enough, right? So it had to be perfect and all of these things. So 5 days before, people would bring their lambs to the temple. So all these people, when Jesus is riding in, are bringing their lambs for the sacrifice. What does the Bible call Jesus? He is our perfect lamb, right? He's our sacrifice. So I see, here's Jesus presenting himself as he rides into the temple on this day. But it says they were laying palm branches and shouting, "Hosanna in the highest." I always thought that was because they were really spiritual. And they saw that he was coming to forgive them of their sins. Actually, they had nothing of that in mind. Probably the closest thing today that they would be shouting, that Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, and blessed is the coming kingdom of our father David, would be people with red hats saying, "Make America great again." That's what they were saying. It was a political thing. They really thought that Jesus was coming to get rid of the Romans. That's what it was all about. And the palm branches were actually the symbol of a group of people called the Zealots. The Zealots at that time were a group of people whose whole goal was to kick Rome out of Israel so they would be free again. And they would do it by any means necessary, including violence. So it was kind of more of a religious thing. They were looking for a Messiah to drive out the Romans. And what they were shouting, "Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord," is actually a punishable offense by crucifixion during Passover in Israel, during the time of